Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Deansy Boy Show podcast, and I am your host, Reese Deans, and welcome back. This is the second episode of the Deansy Boy Show. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. Please forgive me when I actually was nervous at the time I did this podcast show, but I'm back here to do my second episode, and hope you guys had a very good Christmas. I did. I had a very good Christmas. I had loads of gifts from family and friends, especially from a very good friend, Kaz Williams. She's on YouTube, everybody. Please subscribe to her. Her videos are about vlogs and other weird stuff, I think. Yeah, let's just carry on from her. I'm not here to franchise anyone or publicly advertise anyone. But anyway, she and her mother got me wonderful gifts, especially one or two gifts that she got me were WWE Battleground 2015, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins at the main event, when The Undertaker interrupted the match and kicked Lesnar in the balls so hard he was able to taste them. That was awesome. Well, I thought it was awesome, but it was awesome. You know, and that led to the SummerSlam match, and then it led to the Hell in a Cell match, that bloody match, and then we soon realised it was PG, but Lesnar and Undertaker did not give a shit. Yes, and another present they got me was the Night of Champions 2015, when Seth Rollins had to take on John Cena and Sting for the United States and the WWE Heavyweight title. And I really enjoyed those presents. I sat there, I watched all of them, and I was really happy. And I loved enjoying watching Sting making his comeback return, you know, and then all of a sudden it was ruined when Seth Rollins broke Sting's neck. Yeah. Sting's neck, yeah. Yeah, I had to watch that many times. And and it's now ruining my dreams, because I've always had this vision at WrestleMania 32. It was Icon versus Icon, the Dead Man versus the Vigilante, Undertaker versus Sting, the dream match, WWE versus WCW, you know, two legends battling out, both who were committed to the companies they were at. They refused to join anyone else. And it's now going to be never, because of Sting and his neck and Seth Rollins and Vince McMahon. What a wanker Vince McMahon really is. Merry Christmas, Reese. But I can dream. It can still happen, you know. Next thing you know, Undertaker comes out. It's after the Royal Rumble. He's standing there and he's like, rest in peace. And all of a sudden you hear this crow. And then all of a sudden they both come out and they're like, yep, we're going to kill each other at WrestleMania 32 because we're old, because we're going to retire. Yes, we're going to do it. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to do it. Vince McMahon's like, no, we're not going to do it. Fuck you, Vince. We're going to do it. I can still dream. Well, anyway, I hope you guys had a very good Christmas, and excuse me for going off the rails then, but Sting and The Undertaker match is the biggest match I really want to see. I would pay very good money to watch it. Heck, I would even rob a bank to get money to even watch that show. I would pay good money to watch it. And you know what? We're nearly there. We're at the end of 2015, and what's around the corner? 2016. And what's also around the corner? The Royal Rumble. Yep, the Royal Rumble is back, and no one is excited. Well, why is that? Well, Roman Reigns won it last year. I mean, everyone was happy about it, right? Actually, no, they weren't happy about it. Well, what about the Royal Rumble before that? Was everyone happy? No. In fact, no one was happy. Batista won it, and heck, at least they saved WrestleMania 30 when Daniel Bryan won the title, but then he injured himself and just disappeared off the face of the... Well, here's the thing, guys. 2016, it's going to be new year. It's going to be new material if the creative cast team actually do pull their heads out of their ass and start kissing Vince McMahon's ass. I hope to freaking Christ they actually do something in 2016. I hope they build new storylines, they build new feuds, new momentum, to build up to WrestleMania 32 in Texas. They gotta do it. I'll be watching it, and if they don't and they fail, I'm going to cry and probably jump off a building. That's what I'll probably do. But anyway, I'm here to talk about Royal Rumble and what you think you guys think will happen, and what do I think will happen. Well, guys, I'm going to be openly honest with you now. I think when it comes down to the Royal Rumble, there are going to be some returns coming. I mean, it's obvious. The Royal Rumble is the kind of pay-per-view that loads and loads of former WWE, WCW, ECW wrestlers will return. I mean, come on. Name a Royal Rumble, not probably the 1980s because I can't go back that far, but name a Royal Rumble that did not have a return. Come on. Leave a comment and actually give me a Royal Rumble match that actually did not have a return here, and I will literally agree to you and say, you're a wrestling geek. You're smarter than me at wrestling. Yeah. But anyway, going back to the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I think what will happen. What I think will happen at the Royal Rumble. Nah, I'm joking. No, I don't know what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble. Who knows, right? Who knows? They could have, let's just see, let's say Zack Ryder will win the Royal Rumble. Not. Let's say, I don't know, let's just say Roman Reigns will win the Royal Rumble, even though he's WWE Heavyweight Champion, because everyone is loving Roman Reigns. Is that right, Vince McMahon? Yeah. Fans? No. But anyway, my prediction for the Royal Rumble is that, of course, there will be many returns, and including one man, and that is Brock Lesnar. Now, Brock Lesnar has been absent from the WWE since Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker. I know he's been back to do a live event against Alberto Del Rio in a United States title match, but that's just been it. Now, Brock Lesnar has not got an ideal opponent. He has not got an ideal opponent for any other pay-per-views. I mean, I would say Cesaro was an ideal opponent, but yeah, he's injured. I mean, there's other wrestlers who are injured, like Daniel Bryan. He's ideal as well. I mean, some people would say, oh, he's not fit to build, but the thing is, people love Daniel Bryan, and people are loving Brock Lesnar, and people would pay good money to watch Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, a cat and mouse kind of thing, a David versus Goliath moment, it's a good match, and people would watch it, but this is the problem. We got so many injuries and so many part-timers, it's so hard for it to happen. But anyway, I do see Brock Lesnar being in the Royal Rumble match and being ideal to win, because the kind of character that Brock Lesnar have is that he's such a beast that he will kill anyone in its way, and I'd have him in the number one spot, and as he comes to the ring, he's getting ready, and loads of wrestlers are coming down, he's just eliminated them one by one, and heck, he can even beat Roman Reigns' record of the most wrestlers being eliminated. Heck, he can eliminate all 29 of them, and that will be the record that will never ever be beaten unless they arrange a 40-man Royal Rumble, which they did last time, and someone else comes in and eliminates 39. Let's just say that. But Brock Lesnar coming in, eliminating anyone, causing hell. He's like, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman's like, my client eliminated 29, and all the stuff comes on, and Roman Reigns comes in. He's like, believe that, tater tots, I'm boring. Superman punch, spear, yeah, and then it builds up to WrestleMania 32 then, and then two of them go head to head, and probably they'll give the win to Roman Reigns, because last time Seth Rollins came down and cashed in and he won. But you guys have different opinions, you guys have different ideas I have my ideas. I don't know what's going to happen in WrestleMania 32, but I would love to see Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, and would love to see that actually happen. You know, Brock Lesnar eliminating everyone. But we'll wait and see. But there was another idea that I did have before. I was speaking to my friend Callum about it. He said, "What would you do? What would you do with the WWE title being vacant still? Say Seth Rollins is still injured, and no one was champion for a while, and they didn't have that title tournament at Survivor Series. What do you think will happen, or what would be your idea?" And I just sat there and I thought, that would be interesting to actually tell a good story with a vacant title. And here's what I thought would be ideal. I'd have a tournament. I know there was a tournament at Survivor Series, but bear with me, people. But I would have this big major tournament. It's going to be this tournament of history, the history of WWE, and what I have is all the wrestlers participating, and also the wrestlers who are injured are also participating. Just to point out that they're not injured. My idea is that they're not injured at all. Let's say all the injured WWE superstars are not injured, and I would have this big tournament that would go through Survivor Series, that will go through TLC, and then it will stop at the WWE Royal Rumble. The final will be at the Royal Rumble, and what I have is this big final that comes down to Cesaro and Roman Reigns. That's what I have, Cesaro and Roman Reigns. Now, previous to the semi-finals, I'd have Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose, and it'll be a classic match. Heck, it can even be a TLC match for all I care, just to get it going, be interesting and everything. And when the Royal Rumble comes, Cesaro and Roman Reigns is the match before the Royal Rumble, and these two, they fight it out, they beat each other, they go all over the place, and all of a sudden, Roman Reigns is about to do his Superman punch, he's about to hit Cesaro, and all of a sudden, bam! Cesaro tricks Roman Reigns, he probably uppercuts him, he attacks him, or, whatever, and all of a sudden, Cesaro wins. He wins the major tournament. He doesn't win the title, he wins the tournament. But what does he get out of that tournament? What does he get out of that win? Well, I'll tell you, he gets a WrestleMania spot. He gets the main event spot at WrestleMania. Now, guys, I know you're going to say, well, what about the Royal Rumble? That's the match where if someone wins, they'll have that main event spot. But I said a vacant title, and it's going to be Cesaro versus someone else for the vacant title at WrestleMania. I remember what I said about Lesnar winning the Royal Rumble? Well, this is where it comes into it. Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble. Cesaro won the tournament of WWE's history. Now, these are the two men that people are waiting to clash. These are the two wrestlers that are waiting to be going head-to-head, battle to the death for the WWE title. And it's going to happen at WrestleMania 32 in Texas in front of 100,000 people. And I would actually love to see that. I think I said that so many times. I would love to see that. Hey, guess what? I've actually named my title for episode 2. I would love to see that. Comment if you think that title is shit. I think it's shit as well. But I would have Cesaro and Lesnar for the WWE title at WrestleMania 32 in the main event. And actually, guys, I'll let you decide who would win that match. You guys can decide if it's Cesaro to win it or Brock Lesnar to win it. I don't mind who, because I love both men. I'm a big fan of both of them, and they're the fan favourites. Heck, I'm a big fan of Paul Heyman. I'll let him decide that. Hey, Paul Heyman, if you're listening, who would win? Come on. Who would honestly win? Don't say your client. actually who would win. Hint, hint, Cesaro. But that's what I would actually have. And now I know, like, in reality, it probably won't. It won't ever happen. It will never happen. But it's an idea, and I can dream. I can dream big. I can dream to the distance. And I know majority of wrestlers are injured or unavailable to be in the Royal Rumble or to be in WWE right now. But yeah, it's exciting, and it's something that I would love to watch someday. Anyway, guys, I hope you like that idea. Comments below if you don't, but it'd be good to hear your feedback. Anyway, moving on. I've actually planning on going to some live events, and that's what I actually do with wrestling. With wrestling, like I said, it's like a drug to me. I succumb to all this wrestling. I just can't get enough of it. I got some dates written down for some wrestling events that are happening in Cardiff, and I've got Exposure Entertainment that's happening at the Walkabout in Cardiff. Guys, if you're near the area or you love your wrestling, please come to Cardiff to the Walkabout. Exposure Entertainment. It is brilliant. I actually went for the first time a few weeks back or a few months ago, and it was awesome. I met Hubert Guerrero. I had met TNA superstar Mandrews. I met loads of wrestlers. Then that's on the 14th of February, St. Valentine's Day. And then on the 26th of March, ICW are coming to Cardiff at the Trans Shed to do a live event tour. And I am actually excited to be there. I'm actually going to be excited to actually witness ICW at its best. And hopefully Mick Foley will be there too, because I know he is the commissioner of the Fear and Loathing tour, and I'm actually very excited to actually go and watch it, and I can't wait for it. And also on the 21st of April, I'll be going to the Cardiff City Stadium to listen and watch a Q&A interview and storytelling from the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart. I can't honestly wait. I'm going with a couple of friends and who are also wrestling fans, and it's going to be brilliant. And I hope no one mentions the Montreal Screwjob, because I'm actually getting bored of the Montreal Screwjob stories. Heck, it's a wrestling conspiracy. There's something going on. Like, I know McMahon is involved, but is Shawn Michaels really involved? Is Earl Hebner really involved? You know what? I get really fed up with the Montreal Screwjob, so let's move on from it. Let's leave Bret Hart alone. Ask something else. Ask him about his Intercontinental title reigns. Ask him about his, I don't know, affairs with Sonny, his days in WCW, his concussion, anything, just apart from the Montreal Screwjob, please, guys. I'm getting really bored of that as well. Anyway, December was the month of TLC's show, and I stayed up all night to watch the show, but it took time because the WWE network was down for a bit, and I was actually getting a bit pissed off when waiting, because every time I tried to get on it, I missed the pre-show, or nearly missed the pre-show match, in fact. But it got up and running. I had to wait a while, and I carried on watching the show, and at least I did not miss any of the matches. That was the important thing. I did not miss any of the matches. It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable to watch, because majority of the matches were actually really good. I mean, I really enjoyed the Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger match. I enjoyed I enjoyed the Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens match. It was superb. I really liked it. I was not expecting Dean Ambrose to win the Intercontinental title. That was fantastic. I literally got up on my seat. I went, yes, finally, the Dean Ambrose got another title, but hopefully one day he will become WWE Heavyweight Champion, because now we've had Seth Rollins as the champion. Now we've got Roman Reigns now as the champion. I'll I'll get back to you on that in a minute about the Raw episode in which Roman Reigns won. I'll get back to you later on. But now I want Dean Ambrose to win the title. I really want that to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to happen. It needs to happen. End of. Now, going back to TLC. I enjoyed the match with the ECW Originals and the Wyatt family. I thought, yes, they're bringing back some attitude to the show. But there were some moments where I wasn't in favour of, especially with the few botches that happened, i.e. Bubba Ray's and Braun Strowman's moment with the bin. You know, when Bubba went to go and hit Braun Strowman, but he didn't, and he hit his face behind the bin, and Braun just punched it, and it just made it very, very awkward. You know, I thought, really, they could have improvised with something, just carry on, you know, please, just anything. But also, I actually enjoyed the Sheamus and Roman Reigns TLC match. I know a few people will be saying, but you don't like Roman Reigns. I mean, it wasn't really that good. For some people, it probably wasn't that good, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was going all over the place. There were a few moments where I thought, oh, and then and then I thought, Superman punches, yeah. But I was really glad that Sheamus won on the night, and then it built up a momentum when Roman Reigns lost the plot, and he changed his persona when he started attacking Sheamus, Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, and all of a sudden he took his anger out on Triple H. He started beating him up. He took him through a Spanish announce table, WWE original idea, and same old trademark. And then he started spearing him, injuring him, and oh my god, it was going all over the place. Everyone who was against Roman started going, "Thank you, Roman," and I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, I just did not know what was happening then. And then when it came down to the Raw show, I was so glad that Vince McMahon came back, and he was like, no chance in hell, you want a title match, you gotta have it. And when he said it was going to be his career on the line against Sheamus for the title, I thought, now they've done it. Now they're going to do it. They're going to make him champion. Brace yourselves. An atom bomb is going to drop. Here we go. And then when it came down to it, I was watching it, and I thought, oh my god, what's going to happen here? And all of a sudden, he punches Vince McMahon in the face. I thought, I love you, Roman. I love you. I actually did like the moment because, quite frankly, I thought Vince is losing the plot. I thought he was suffering from dementia at one point, and, you know, and some of his ideas were actually crap. I mean, I know that some people blame the creative crew, but it was also Vince McMahon who has the final ideas and the final decision. So, which literally I thought, yep, they punched Vince McMahon in the face, and now Roman Reigns attacks Sheamus, and then he wins the title, and it was a big moment, and the crowd goes nuts, and I thought, wow, I mean, I actually enjoyed that show. And all of a sudden, the ratings go up. What happened then? I think there must have been something that happened. I mean, it couldn't have been Roman Reigns winning, or it must have been Vince McMahon, or who knows, you know, when the ratings go up. But I actually can't wait now, because now they got this storyline to go through. It's Roman Reigns, family member of the Samoan family, the family related to The Rock, you know. Roman Reigns versus the McMahon family. I mean, I think they're actually going with that idea, and I can't wait for it. Let's see what happens and what lies in store at the Royal Rumble, and let's see what happens. You know, I honestly can't wait for that, and I honestly can't wait for 2016 to come. I can't wait to see what happens at the Royal Rumble match. I can't honestly wait for WrestleMania 32. What lies in store for that? Who's going to be Undertaker's ideal opponent? Who's going to be headlining at WrestleMania in the main event? What's going to happen? Who knows? I just can't wait. And hopefully you guys can't wait too. Let's see what happens then. Anyway, guys, I have to conclude it here. I know it's just out of the blue, but I have to shorten this podcast, and because of other commitments and New Year's Eve just around the corner, you know, and I'm busy doing other stuff which I should actually be doing instead of doing this. But you know, I love to do this as a hobby, so I want to keep doing this as much as I can. But hey, guys, hopefully you enjoyed listening to this. Episode 3 will be um, coming soon. It'll be next year, sometime in January. I'm not too sure when, but I'll try my best to get it posted, uploaded, up and running for you guys to listen and to enjoy it and to hear what I have to say. But hey, guys, thank you for listening. Please like it, comment below, and subscribe to me. Follow me on Twitter at Deansy_boy, or just simple Deansy Boy. And thank you for listening. Have a good New Year's Eve and stay cool.